This is what's going on, everybody. This is Bobby Bookworm back again, and I've been a while since I've done a book review, but I wanted to do this one because it's been a second, and I thought I should do this again. I'm gonna try and do this a little more frequently as the days go on. But today's book review is "The Case for Heaven" by Lee Strobel. It's the latest in his case series. For those of you who may not be familiar, he's got books called The Case for Christ, The Case for God, The Case for a Creator, and now recently his last book was The Case for Miracles, which I have a review on that on this page and this channel if you're watching this from YouTube. But The Case for Heaven is his newest one, and it says a journalist investigates evidence for life after death. I would say that this is probably the most comprehensive book, which means that he really did the time and the research for The Case for Heaven, and he investigates things from reincarnation to near-death experiences and so on and so forth. And I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, he does not believe that reincarnation is a thing based on people he interviewed, because the way he does books like this is he does a series of interviews with a lot of people, and he really leaves no stone unturned as far as experiences and what he calls the intermediate state, which is a state between now and the final resurrection at the end of time. And I mean, really, this thing is loaded, and again, it really had me stop and think, especially in recent years. The chapters, you have the chapters kind of go like this. It's the quest for immortality, searching for the soul, near-death experiences, the pyramid to heaven, heaven, a guide, 7 on heaven, the logic of hell, escape from hell, the reincarnation sensation, on the edge of eternity, and the conclusion. And it gives a few things here, including a discussion guide and some other verses and such. I really think that this is a book that if you're someone who likes Lee Strobel, or if you're someone who really, especially these days with regards to certain, I'll say, issues or catastrophes that we have, or certain illnesses that we might have, this is definitely a book that I would definitely recommend. It's definitely a book that I think is worth reading. It's a book worth sharing and so on. But yeah, I think, if you're someone who wants to know, because it's debated among a lot of denominations, it's debated among people of different beliefs. But I think if we're really going to speak on this, and we're going to speak on the afterlife, so to speak, and we actually believe this to be true, especially if you're people of faith, this is something that I think is not something to take lightly, because eventually we're going somewhere after this world. The only question is where, and I think what that actually looks like is something to get into, because he kind of goes through different cases, such as, is it just going to be one big worship service? Is it just going to be one big block party? Some people in this book say that it's a bit of both, where it's not just worship, it's not just a big old block party, but it's a bit of both. And that the new heaven and the new earth are not going to be the same from the original heaven and the original earth, so to speak. I don't want to get into too much of it because I don't have the time for it. It would just be one of those super long videos. But yeah, again, Case for Heaven, Lee Strobel, worth reading, worth checking out. And if you guys happen to pick this book up, I would ask that you leave a review of your own and let me know what you think. But yeah, as always, when I do book reviews, as I tend to say at the end, one of the reasons I promote reading, one of the reasons I promote books, especially with the new setup that I have, is for people to really critically think, and to people to do their own investigation and to come up with their own conclusions, rather than just taking what everybody says is gospel, because my bent is to read and to investigate and to see what's really good. So, to see what's really happening. This is my book review. Hopefully it won't be too long before my next book review. Thank you very much.